welcome back to the greatest shindig this side of the Guadalupe. It's the Overflow Show, and my name is Stu.
And I'm Wyatt. The Overflow Show is to keep you entertained. Oh, no, again! Speaking of mildly entertained, we have the best volunteers who are kind, caring, and talented.
But I often wonder just how talented are our volunteers? So this week we are putting one volunteer to the test. His name is Andrew, and he's vertically challenged. We have some questions for him.
It's kind of rude.
Yeah.
Alright everybody, this is Can Andrew reach the top shelf at HEB? Yo Drew, give me some of that Angel Soft. That'd be a no.
I expected so much more from Andrew.
Honestly, whoever came up with that idea for him to do, just cruel. Downright jerk.
I did.
This Tuesday is our first middle school hangout on Zoom. There will be games, prizes, lots of fun. You can find the link on the website, and your leaders should be texting you as well.
Also for high school kids, this Thursday night, starting at 6:45, we will have our first volleyball game with the city of Bernie. First game is 6:45, second game is 7:45. If you want to play, we would love to have you play. Show up there at 6:30 to play the game. And then after both games are done, we're just going to be hanging out. So make sure you come up to Northrop Park to the sand volleyball courts if you are a high school student.
One of the biggest topics of discussion with our students is dating. So we thought we would bring in our own in-house expert to answer the questions you want answered.
That's right, our next segment is called Going Steady with Merms. Take it away, Miriam.
You are supposed to leave.
Oh, now?
Yes.
Oh.
Hey, I'm Miriam, and like they said, we have been getting a lot of questions about relationships, so I thought that I would answer some of them right now for you. What is the best advice for singles to meet someone? Well, gee, I don't know. You just go up to somebody and, do the handshaking, and you say, hey, my name is insert name, and there you go. You done met them. Second question, what to wear on a first date? Again, just clothes, people. Let's just keep it simple. Keep it simple. When does a relationship become exclusive? I don't know. So, I'm just gonna go on Bumble, but keep on keeping on.
Fantastic advice, right? Man, Wyatt, just think where you would be, your dating life would be, if you had heard these tips years ago. Truth stings sometimes, don't it, Wyatt?
You're dead to me. After this, I'm done. I'm out of here. Let's just move on, alright? We asked you guys to submit scare cam videos. Let's be honest, footage is about as good as Miriam's dating advice.
Well, then I have some high expectations.
Your opinion's done. Let's roll them.
Hey Lexus, there's a spider on our window.
What are you doing?
No!
Man, those were incredibly underwhelming. Let's move on to something more better?
That's right, it can only get better. We wanted to take a moment to share something we've been thinking about. What's going on, guys? We are starting a new conversation over the ideas of love and hate. We live in a world where those two terms are used pretty loosely. For example, you may say, I love Topo Chico. Or if you're like me, you may say, I hate Topo Chico because it tastes like water that's gone bad. But you get the idea. We live in a love-hate culture, and love's really important to us. We always talk about how that should be what drives us, and you see it in books and movies. It's a common theme, probably the most common theme out there. But on the other hand, we also live in a culture that quite possibly hates more than it loves. We have this tendency to hate on people and ideas that we don't agree with, and we hate people who have ideas or opinions that we don't share. And I don't mean that we hate people because they like food or drinks or movies that we don't like, but more important issues, differences such as religious beliefs or political standings or opinions on events. You know the ones I'm talking about. Again, people have this tendency to hate those who don't agree with them on these types of differences. And this hate is displayed how people talk and treat one another when these problems arise. We can actually go to the point to where we let these differences change the way that we treat and see other people. It changes the way that we actually see them as a person and treat them with decency. The Apostle Paul actually knew that we had this tendency, and he spoke on this in Ephesians 4:29. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. Paul recognized this problem, and he recognized our tendency to let ideas and opinions divide us, where I'm over here and somebody who disagrees with me is over there, and I don't like that person, or that person doesn't like me. He knew that we have a tendency to get divided that way. And so he reminded us that we were called to love, even when we disagree, that we're called to choose love over hate. Because when you choose love over hate, you will choose words that build others up rather than tearing them down. You will treat them with love because of who they are and who God says they are, rather than hating them because of a disagreement on something that doesn't have any kind of eternal importance or significance. And this can be really difficult, don't get me wrong. I struggle with this all the time, especially if you feel really, really strongly that you're right and the other person's wrong. But you have to ask yourself, what do I want to be known for? Someone who hates others the minute they disagree with you? Or someone who loves them no matter what? Someone who builds them up rather than tearing them down? And so I want to encourage you to let love be what you're about. Choose love over hate, and let love lead you rather than hate.
Hey, if you have any questions or comments about the topic, don't forget to reach out to us or save your questions for when we meet up at Northrop Park for high school students or online for middle school students.
Now before we go, I've been kind of wondering if Andrew can do one more thing.
Ooh.
We want to see if Andrew can swim across Bernie Lake in one breath. Let's see. Can Andrew? All right, Drew, remember, one breath. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
All right, go. And he can't.
This is the Overflow Show. I'm Stuart.
And I'm Wyatt.
Catch y'all next time.
Peace.
Yo, let's go. Y'all ready? Yo.
Do something. Whatever they do.
You sound so angry. Well, then I have some really high expectations.
Nope. Roll them. Can you see me? Are you sitting?
No,
Yeah.
Can't believe it. Are you recording like that?
Yeah. Come closer. Come closer. Come close. There you go.
Alright, back up a hair.
Oh, yeah.
That's it right there. Go ahead.
Okay. Should
Go,
I?
stay there.
Am I okay here?
Yeah. So lower yourself.
Do you know your lines?
Wait, is it nasty?
Oh.
Very, I don't know what the heck I'm saying. Very.
Second on the top.
Can Andrew swim across Bernie Lake in one breath? You ready, Drew? All right, let's do it.